Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing his Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return will stop right around the 25. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching up yardage against them.
On the ground, it's Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
53. All day, just like that. Just like that. Check 13. Check 13. Sponge. 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 Hey, kid.
On second and 9, Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Arnie.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at the 20. On first down, Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now Benjamin. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Out. Kill. Hey, Ringo 48. Yellow. Where's the hot?
A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to fire one. Wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 31, Locke. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
30 base. 53 no chance.
Now Gordon on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From midfield, here's Locke. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Here's Locke to throw. finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 10 Lobo. 53, Mike. Hey, they scared. Check. 53 now.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Let's go now. 60
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check. Yellow.
From the 29, Cousins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Locke. He's got it, the tight end, Jeff Hireman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Block now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw it is Locke, flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Quaker Omaha. Good routes here. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. He finds Taylor. Complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
To throw, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Now a man who punted for the Broncos for 6 years, Britton Colquitt, on to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
A gain of 18 on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here's Gordon. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A pass there complete to Sutton. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Lock now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Gun!
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on 1st down.
Gun!
Throwing, Cousins. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
53 is the mic. 52. Gun.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 39 yards there, a big one. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Lock going to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And down he goes goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Gun.
They run it again with Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Check 50. Tight dog. Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Madison running on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Blue draw corker. Gun. Black. Pop.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Go. 45 the mic. Gun. Watch a slant. 45's the mic. Check.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Flushed out right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 31, Broncos 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
61, matchbox light. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Snap.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Minnesota, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.